So on Friday in my video, I showed off some investments that I made a lot of subs with, and I'm obviously at 744,000, which is a lot. And I posted a TikTok about it, which blew up. I mean, it's at like 270,000 views. I gained like 6,000 followers from it. So shout out to you guys. But I thought, why not make a YouTube video sort of explaining how I do my investments and how I've made all these stubs. So yeah, here's how I made 700,000 stubs. Fast forward a couple days and my stub count is down to 371,000, and that's just because I invested some of my stubs in the flash sale, which is going to be a part of this video. But first, let's talk about roster update investments. Now, investing for roster updates is not easy. It is something that is very unpredictable because SDS is very unpredictable when it comes to changing attributes and changing this, and then you don't know what's going to happen with that, and then somebody gets injured, and especially because they aren't doing them as frequently, they're doing them every 3 weeks, it's a lot more difficult to be successful. But I'm going to be showing you guys my tips, not necessarily on who to invest in, because that is a completely different video, which is what I typically do. I recommend players to invest in, but today I'm going to actually talk about the process of how I make these investments. One thing that a lot of people tend to just completely ignore is they don't care how well somebody has been doing the entire season. All they care about is strictly their numbers from when the last roster update was to the upcoming roster update. For example, let's talk about Masataka Yoshida. I invested in him in 2 roster updates ago. He went from an 83 to an 84, and then I sold my Yoshidas a day before Friday's roster update because I thought he would go down. Now look, Masataka Yoshida has been amazing for the Red Sox all season, but in that time period, he has been worse than before. A lot of comments that I got on my TikTok is, why didn't this guy go diamond? Why didn't this guy go up? Or why did this guy go down? He's so good this year. They don't care. They don't care how good they've been in the whole season. They only care about the time period in between roster updates. And it might sound crazy if you are aware of this, but there are a lot of people who just think that people having a great season are just going to go up strictly because of that, when it's just based off a specific time period. Another really important thing is what attributes are going to be upgraded if they have a chance to go diamond. Very important, like one example that I got so many comments on my TikTok was Bo Bichette. There were tons of people who invested in Bo Bichette for this roster update, complaining about how he went down and how he should have gone diamond. Look, Bo Bichette is an amazing hitter. He has been really good this year, but number one, he didn't have as good of a month as he did in the previous time periods, so his numbers went down after the most recent roster update before Fridays. So I know I'm kind of just like rambling, but although his numbers did go down, if you look at his card, you have to realize that he's not going to go diamond unless he either gets an upgrade power-wise or fielding. Bo Bichette is a great player. He deserves to be a diamond, but they can't just force someone to be diamond because of how the overalls work. If you look at his card, 110 contact versus lefties, 96 versus righties. Let's just pretend that he didn't go down and he was at an 84. It was around like 70 power versus righties and like 105 contact versus righties. He's not going to get a boost for contact unless he hits 400 because his contact is already so high, because his batting average is already so high. Just adding contact isn't going to boost his overall to a diamond. What he's going to need is defense. He's going to need an upgrade defensively, which I don't think they're doing the defensive roster update until like sometime in August. I can't remember when they typically do it, but he'll either need an upgrade defensively or power. And I saw Bo Bichette, and I saw that he didn't have enough power-wise or defense-wise, which is why I didn't invest in him. Now here's the opposite of what I was talking about. Here's Framber Valdez, who just went diamond in the latest roster update. And if you're looking at his per nines, and these are all parallel too, so I'm going to be talking like they're in the base parallel. Base card for Framber Valdez, his hits per 9 is 80, and his Ks per 9 is 65. I mean, that is super low, and his overall was already an 84 with those attributes. That is a really, really good investment because he barely needs anything to go diamond, and his stats are already so low where if he does well, and he gets a boost, it's going to drastically boost his overall rating. One last thing I'm going to mention about roster update investments. Now is the time to invest. I see so many people who invest the day before or 2 days before when all the prices are up. The best time to invest is right after a roster update happens. Sometimes I don't even invest in players until after they go up because their price actually goes down. Let me think of an example. Is there an example here? I don't really know if there's an example that I have. I guess I could say, do I want to say Yanir Cano? I don't know, because he didn't actually go up, but regardless, there are times where players' prices will go down even after they go up because they're so inflated in price. So now is the time to invest. I like to invest a week after the roster update this year because it takes 3 weeks. 3 weeks is a lot longer. You're going to have to be more careful because players could just start sucking. Last year, I would start investing literally the day of the roster update. Like right after it comes out, I would start investing in new guys. But since it's not 2 weeks anymore, it's 3 weeks, I wait 1 week to make sure that these guys don't play like crap. And then I start investing. I mean, look at all these prices. Like, they're so cheap. Now, here's something that I highly recommend you guys do with leftover stubs. So on Friday, we had the flash sale. And of course, we all know what happens. They give us special packs with special cards that are at a cheap discount and their price crashes. Literally, like, I'm going to go through my completed orders and show you how easy it is. So I bought those core captains, each for 15K, or the core captains and the set 2 captains. If we go here and we go to core and we go to series as captain, they're already so much more expensive. I got all these guys for 15K and they're already near 40K within 2 days. Like, you guys just need to be smart. Flash sales, do not buy packs. Just regardless, don't buy packs. Especially if you're no money spent like me, do not buy packs. Just don't buy the packs. Buy the cards that are in the packs because they're going to be at a super cheap price. Another example is with this Sandy Alcantara. I've always wanted this card, and then he was in one of the flash sale. He was in one of the flash sales. I snagged him for around 50K, and he's already back up to 89K, and I just through a ranked seasons game did very well. But for example, those Kaiju series cards were in the flash sale. Let's go to the set 2 collection. I already have it done. But if we go, let me show you guys my completed order. Sandy Alcantara, 51K. You just saw him near 90K. I mean, it's so easy, guys. And like, if we go through the set 2s, or let me go back to my completed orders. The only one that I kind of had a bad deal on was Johnny Bench, but all these captains I got for like 18K. All the Incognito and Kaiju cards I got for quick sell value at 10K. And let's just see what their prices are. It's only 2 days after flash sales. And that's the thing too, it's only been 2 days. I typically wait at least like 2 weeks before I sell my flash sale investments. So let's just take a look. Obviously I showed you Sandy Alcantara. Okay, 97 Richie Ashburn. He's already up to 15K. And keep in mind, I got all these guys at 10K. So Jose Abreu is still a quick sell value. So is Max Fried. So a couple of these guys are still a quick sell value. But the thing is, there's literally no risk because if they don't go up, then you just quick sell them and you make a net gain of 0 stubs. You don't lose anything. Louis Aparicio, also a quick sell value, but Jim Palmer, 15K. Who else did we get? We got Carlos Santana is around 14.5. Lou Brock, 15.5. So I'm making around 5,000 stubs per card just because I invested in these guys during the flash sale when they were all quick sell value. William Contreras, 15K. Kirby Yates is around 14. Marcana around 13.5. Colton Wong, 14. You guys get the gist. Invest in these flash sale guys. Now, those of you guys who are real OGs and you see the title of this video will realize that my most popular video on my channel is the exact same title, and I made this video on MLB 19, but I did it a little differently and I focused on the programs. Now, it wasn't XP reward path back then, it was just the featured program, but this is the method that I use in my most viral video on YouTube, so might as well throw this in at the end. What the focal point of that video is, and it most certainly still stands today, is through the XP reward path. You speed run it, you sell everyone you get, and then at the end of the season you buy them all back. For example, the bosses, they are around 18K. I think I sold, so I got my 3 bosses and then I got lucky, I got 2 wheel spins. I think I sold each of them for 70K. I think I sold one for like 80K. Let's just say on average I got 60K for all 5 of these guys. That's 300K, and then 2 weeks ago I bought them all for 20K. That's literally 200K Stubs profit for free just by selling these guys when they were higher priced. So yeah, that's going to be for this video. If you guys are new here, which a lot of you are from my most recent TikTok, make sure you guys are subscribed. I'm on all social medias, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, but the most important thing is you're subscribed, especially with season 3 coming up. I'm going to have a ton of content. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.